Yay! I love that color in it. That looks great.
So my name is Hillary Start. I am the birth mother to a 22-year-old boy named Will. I had him when I was 16, and this is my story. I was raised in a good Christian family with good Christian parents. I went to a good Christian church, and I knew all the right things to do, but I wanted to follow my own rules and do my own thing. I never had a time when I didn't believe all of the Christian values and morals, but I just didn't think that that was really that important to my life. When I was 16, I met a really cute swimmer, quickly became very close friends, very close a dating relationship, and at a similar time frame, I also had a really great Christian doctor who prescribed birth control pills to me, and she knew my family. They were for, taking care of pain during that time of the month, and she didn't even consider really talking it through with me, because why would you? I took it as a license to live exactly the way I wanted to. So here I am living my own life, thinking that I'm okay, living by my own rules, and I find myself pregnant my junior year of high school. So I told my parents first, and they were livid. They felt like they had, let the Lord down, let the world down, because their daughter was pregnant. So my parents felt that there was two options. I could either place the baby for adoption or move out at 16 and parent the child all on my own. When it really came down to it, though, I wanted this child to have a father and to have a family, to have someone that could support them, to grow up in a home where they could be fully loved and supported. And the reality was that at 16, I could not do that. So with much heartache, I made the very hard decision to place my baby for adoption. I met with a wonderful agency that helped me not only discover that I wanted to have an open adoption, but also helped me find a family who was also really willing to work towards having an open relationship. And we quickly realized that this was going to work, that we were going to be able to have an open relationship. And I began to think of them as my not yet born baby's parents. And that was so helpful to my heart, so helpful to know that this little life that I was carrying was going to be okay. And so I turned 17, and shortly after that gave birth to this beautiful little baby boy. Even with the confidence that I had in who I was placing him with, it was still the hardest thing that I have ever done. Through the years, we've had the opportunity to work through a relationship. It hasn't always been rainbows and butterflies. It hasn't always been easy, but we've chosen to work hard for the sake of this child, who is now an adult, a thriving adult. Fast forward many, many years, one of the things that was super hard for me is my family, plus the birth father's family, felt that it was a good idea to keep the pregnancy hidden. And so there was a lot of shame, a lot of fear that people would find out. My very immediate family knew, but none of my extended family, none of my friends. And I just lived really feeling forgotten. I was all alone on Mother's Day, and it was painful and hard. And at a point in my life, I did get freed of that and was healed and was able to start sharing my story more freely, more when I was an adult than a young person. But I lived many years just feeling alone. Fast forward to this time where there's an amazing group of women who wants birth moms to feel seen and known and loved and not forgotten. And if I could have had something like this when I had first placed my baby, I can't imagine how different my story would have been. There's lots of stigma around placing a baby for adoption. They use language like giving up, as if you have somehow just been like, forget it, I don't care. It's a prayed through, cried through decision. And Moms Not Forgotten is literally shifting the culture. They're literally getting it out there, saying actually being a birth mom is important. and it's valued and it's loved. You're seen and not forgotten. They're bringing these women together and saying, hey, this is actually an amazing thing that you did, and we honor you and we love you. I believe that from this organization, there's going to be a culture shift. And the more the culture shifts, the more young women will consider this a wonderful option to place a baby for adoption.